we've had, I think, just over 2 hours of very productive discussion, and I think out of which has come some very meaningful suggestions that I think both the private sector and governments and civil society need to look at. And so on behalf of the Board of Directors and the members of the Guyanese American Chamber of Commerce, and on my own behalf, I want to thank you, the members of the panel, for your very informative, educative, thought-provoking contributions, and for coming on at such short notice. From this discussion, I think that the Chamber may certainly want to look at doing something like this, perhaps in a month's time, to see where we are and to assess and to offer some more ideas and perspectives. And so we may be getting back to you in the future to be part of another discussion. To the listeners and viewers out there, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for your questions. We hope you found this exercise a useful one. As I said in the opening, no one event or meeting will solve any problem, particularly one of the nature that we are discussing, unprecedented crisis. And so as I leave you, and as I think all of us leave you, we want to urge you to stay safe and to observe the guidelines and laws that have been put in place to ensure that we stay safe, that we suppress the spread of the virus, and that we work together in the future, now and in the future, to ensure a prosperous, safe CARICOM region. Thank you so very much. Have a good evening, and all the best to all of you and your families. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
You are listening to a panel discussion on the coronavirus in the Caribbean and what can be done to address the impact. This is News Talk Radio Guyana 103.1 FM. The time in Guyana, 9 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock.
The news from Guyana, the region and the world. Compiled in the News Talk Radio newsroom and powered by DemeraraWaves.com. The Institute of Private Enterprise Development, IPED, in this time of the COVID-19 crisis, reaches out to all our beneficiaries. We want you to know that IPED is here to help you. We have waived all late fees and penalty interests on late installments. Revised payment arrangements for each loan will be considered as needed. We are accepting renewal and new applications by phone. Call us on 608-4096 or 608-8920 for support. IPED is here to help you.
What's the news at this time? I'm Dennis Chabrol. First, the highlights. The Caribbean community, including Guyana, is facing a major challenge as regards testing for the deadly coronavirus. The second Guyana Trade and Investment Exhibition, GACC, has been postponed until further notice. The ex-wife of People's Progressive Party co-founder Senior Counsel Ashton Chase has died. Also this hour we tell you that the authorities here in Guyana are taking steps to continue to battle the coronavirus. An excavator operator was shot and injured by his employer after he told him that he was leaving the job and he wanted to be paid. The People's Progressive Party says it's very disappointed by the decision of the chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission to allow only 10 workstations to recount votes cast in last month's general elections. The details of these and other stories. The Caribbean community, CARICOM, faces a challenge testing for the deadly coronavirus, reopening the region again, and recovery of resources in the aftermath of COVID-19. Dr. Douglas Slater, Assistant Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, discloses that regional heads have decided on measures to mitigate challenges the region faces during this pandemic.
Yes, we require more testing.
but we are not in an ideal world. And that in itself is a major challenge. So one of the outcomes, because there's a global shortage of supplies related to testing and managing the disease. And if we all have been following the news and we are aware of that. We are small, quote unquote, relatively small players. So one of the things, one of the strategic decisions was, look, procurement is important. We have to find the most efficient way of procuring what is needed.
Key to reopening the region is the capacity of each member state to manage efficiently the movement of people throughout the region. Panelists and the CARICOM discussion dealing with the coronavirus was former Health Minister under the People's National Congress administration, Dr. Richard Van Wys Charles. He says managing movement is critical.
And how controlled the transmission is critical. For us to be able to say, yes, we can reopen. For a space that is linked to tourism, it is probably a bigger challenge as we open up and as people are going to be coming in. So we have to be monitoring our ports as islands, as mainland states. We have borders. We have to be monitoring. The mainland states have got to be monitoring the borders. And the islands have got to be monitoring how people are coming in through the unofficial ports within the system.